Well, hello retro game players. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Marcus. This is I'm moving my portable game collection video. Something like that. It's kind of a all-in-one for all these small little collections of games that I have. There's no point in doing individual videos for each one, so it's going to be all together. Plus, they're easy to pack, you know, they can go on the top of many other boxes. So I need to get these packed, and let's go ahead and cover some of this stuff. Now, first off, you'll notice back here is the Atari 2600 PGRE-X, that's 10, Retro Gaming Expo game. I did do a video of this, which was really funny. Played that with my wife, and we had a lot of good times. Yeah, it's a great cart, very high quality. And actually, I'll go ahead and just open it real quick. So here it is, and yeah, it's individually numbered 5 of 25. So really happy to have this, and it's actually a really cool game. So yeah, it's an awesome game. So I missed that in my Atari 2600 collection video. I am a fan of the Game.com. That sounds so stupid. I'm almost embarrassed to say that in a way, but what can I say? I enjoyed the Game.com when I first got it. It was super cheap. It was when it just kept getting, you know, priced in half, and the games were dirt cheap. And yeah, I mean, I used to play, for example, Duke Nukem quite a bit. I really enjoyed Duke Nukem on the Game.com, and it actually talked, and it's not that bad. I mean, it's kind of shitty, but it's by Tiger, you know. I mean, you know what to expect when you play Tiger games. But it would surf the internet in a horrible speed. Yeah, another one that I played a lot of was Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 is another classic Game.com game. So if you're going to get a couple, I would get these two. The other ones that I have that are loose are going to be Jeopardy, which honestly isn't that bad. And again, the Game.com had a touchscreen, so you could tap it with a stylus. Scrabble, I didn't really play this that much, but I did have it back in the day. Same with Wheel of Fortune. I'm not really that into game show games. Sonic Jam, you know, it's not that great, but whatever, it's okay. Indy 500, definitely not that great, but it's a driving game on the system. So, and then Lights Out is actually a pack-in game with most of the Game.coms. And then here's Frogger, and Frogger isn't too bad actually. The manuals are kind of cool colors. They're really like this real light color, except for the Frogger ones. These are actually by, I forget which company, but a different company. Actually, that one says Konami. And they're just real basic looking. They're more like a pamphlet that folds out. But yeah, the Lights Out one even, that's not too bad. But here's like Indy 500, and Resident Evil 2. So you can kind of see what the game looks like. You could rotate and shoot the zombies and stuff. Yeah, anyway, if you're gonna play one, I'd recommend this one. It's definitely not as bad as people say. Other ones that I have, Jurassic Park, this is in the box, and real basic. It's not horrible, it's mindless, you know, it's not that great. Arcade Classics is actually pretty fun. It's all these old school games, Sinistar, you know, Joust. Yeah, so this is a good collection. Now these still have the plastic on, so I just keep them. It's basically sealed. Arcade Classics, Fighters Mega Mix. This one is opened on the back. Someone opened it, but yeah, this isn't too bad. This is like another crazy like wannabe fighter. It's 2D. It's pretty slow, but whatever. Here's Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Honestly, if you're gonna play Mortal Kombat on the go and you don't have a Game Boy or like, you know, a Game Gear or something, this is not horrible, you know? I mean, hey, you're playing Mortal Kombat. And then here's Resident Evil, completely sealed, so I like to keep that sealed. And then finally, Tiger Casino. So, you know, I'm not really into gambling games, but that's what this is. So that's the Game.com games. Okay, next we've got the Atari LYNX collection. Now, a lot of the boxed ones I recently did on a pickup video, so You know, if you want to check that out in detail with screenshots, go ahead and check that out. These are the loose ones that I haven't talked about before. Ashido, The Way of Stones. You know, I actually don't really remember playing that one. Road Blasters, that's a classic. That's a really good game. Gates of Zendokon, not a bad one. Zybots, that's a definite classic arcade game. Chips Challenge, I've never played that. It looks interesting. Pit Fighter is definitely one of the best games. I love the digitized graphics and just the concept. It's basically trying to be Bloodsport. Shadow of the Beast, another stylish game. Clax, it's some kind of a puzzle game, but I never really got into Clax, so. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Of course, this movie was awesome, and yeah, I would definitely recommend the movie if you haven't seen it. Rampart, I've never really gotten into Rampart, but here it is on the links. I do like me some Cyberball, and Cyberball is like basically robots playing football, and there's combat, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. Steel Talons, it's actually a pretty good helicopter game. It's not bad on the links. Kung Fu, I haven't played this much. Super Squeak, I haven't played this at all. Looks kind of like Splatoon to me, as I said in one of my previous videos. Crystal Mines 2. And Jimmy Connor's Tennis. And then California Games. Okay, just super quick, these are the ones that I got that are sealed. So Chips Challenge, Zybots, Pinball Jam, that's probably the highlight of the bunch. Elvira's Pinball Jam, by the way. I mean, talk about awesome. And then here's that Squeak game that, again, looks like Splatoon to me. Even though the gameplay's probably nothing like it, I don't know. Cyberball, Hydra, that's another cool one. This is a really classic arcade game. And then Crystal Mines 2, Power Factor, Dirty Larry Renegade Cop. This game is actually really awesome. I have this loose somewhere too. I don't know where it is. It might be in one of the systems. This is a great game. Switchblade 2. This is another good one. Definitely a pretty awesome game. Kung Fu, and then Steel Talons. You can see what Steel Talons sort of looks like there on the back. Yep, just found Hydra and Dirty Larry in both the Lynx 1 and the Lynx 2. So these are the last games I was playing, so if that tells you anything, they're good. This one's really funny. I just keep coming across stuff that's kind of appropriate. So here's Football for the Atari 2600 in a nicely smashed case. I need to fix that. I'll just lean this up over here. And then here's Chopper Command, another boxed Atari 2600 game. But what I was actually looking for was this, the Game Genie video game enhancer manual. So you would basically pull open a game, you know, like here's Fantasy Zone, and you would add this code and you'd get all these lives. So anyway, this is the book for all those, and here's the one for Game Gear. So it's pretty big. It actually plugs in the back. Game goes in here. But this is pretty cool because it's got like this clear screen kind of, or this clear window, which was kind of neat. This is the Super Nintendo Game Genie. Same principle. Put it on, put your game in there, and then you can start with codes. This is the Sega Genesis Game Genie. Another really cool one. Here's the NES Game Genie. Here's the PlayStation 3 Game Genie, which is funny. It's just a USB card, and you have to install it on your computer, and you basically copy it over, and I don't know, it modifies save games. So you have to kind of manage your save game onto this memory stick, but it works. A couple more here. Here's a Game Shark, and the Game Shark in the original box. This is a case I made for the Game Shark for the N64, and unfortunately, I don't think it actually doesn't actually fit in there. But this is, I think, the latest version, and this again lets you cheat on games, get more lives, all that stuff. So as far as my original Game Boy collection goes, it's pretty tiny. There's not a lot going on. However, I'm going to also add in a different video the DS and 3DS games, which I have quite a bit more, although they're not really that great. They're actually a lot of really goofy ones. But yeah, if you're going to have one in your collection, you might as well have the original, I think, pack-in game of Tetris, which I put countless hours into this game. And a little trick for learning Tetris is if you're really trying to get good at it, not learn it, but if you're trying to get good at it, start the game out on level 10 so the speed is really fast. And then if you want to, start over and you'll just like roll through the whole game. So just practice on level 10. That's what you should be doing. Pokemon, I'm guessing this is gold. I don't know much. Yeah, it says gold. I don't know much about Pokemon. Harry Potter. This is probably a Game Boy Color game. Dr. Mario. You know, I don't know what this one is. Sorry, no comment. Donkey Kong Land 2. This is NFL football. And then Donkey Kong. Here's The Little Mermaid, which is kind of hard to see. Killer Instinct. Pac-Man. Super Mario Land. This is also an extreme classic, really fun game. And then these, I don't know what these are, so can't really comment on anything about this. This is in a little bag. Ian hooked me up with these, so I don't know much about them. Just a few manuals here. NFL football, Turok, which I don't think I have that game, unfortunately, but I've got the manual, so I'll keep it. Donkey Kong, did have that one. So here's 3 Game Boy Advance games. I don't have any, barely any Game Boy Advance games. So we've got Super Mario Advance, Mario Kart Super Circuit. This is in the box. And then this is WarioWare, which is actually a pretty cool game. And so yeah, anyway, these just 2 and then this 1. So that's all I have for Game Boy Advance games. Alright, let's go through the Virtual Boy. Now the Virtual Boy is one of my favorite systems. I have pretty much all of the US released games. I think I'm missing one. I think I'm missing Nestor's Funky Bowling. Otherwise I have a complete US loose collection, which isn't that hard to do. I think it's only like 14 games or something. And then Japan released a few more as well. So there's like a few Japan exclusives. Anyway, Waterworld is one of the harder ones to get. My copy's a little bit beat up. It's not in the best shape, but it's still fun. It's not a horrible game. This is Jack Brothers. This is probably the hardest game to get if you're gonna get one for Virtual Boy. Galactic Pinball. I actually really enjoy this. This is a pretty cool game. Tetris. Virtual League Baseball. I've got the manual over there. Red Alarm. Panic Bomber, Golf, Tolero Boxer, which is pretty tough, but kind of fun. Mario Tennis, it's a great game. It's just it's very common. It's a good game though. Check it out. Mario Clash and Wario Land, which is another really good game. Here's just a couple of the loose books I've got. Panic Bomber, which look at the awesome manuals they did back then for these. I mean, the Virtual Boy did have some love. Virtual League Baseball. This manual's not as cool, but I mean, just the controller was pretty awesome looking. 2 D-pads. Yeah, crazy. And here's the book for Tolero Boxer. So yeah, those are the manuals. I literally have 2 boxed Virtual Boy games. One is Fishbone, which was a game that I picked up from Uncle Tusk, I believe. And yeah, it was one of the Virtual Boy games that come out on Planet VB, I think .net. And then this is Hyper Fighting, which I completely went over in detail on a previous video, so you can check that out. But these are both really cool in box and really fun to play. I love the Virtual Boy. So anyway, guys, that pretty much covers all the items that were sort of related in some way. Even though they, the Game Genies didn't really, but I had to just do them in some video. So. I hope you guys like this video, and stay tuned. There's going to be lots of other different videos coming up, and of course, until next time, you know what to do. You keep that shit retro by playing with your old Game Genies later on.